If dating has felt like a chore lately, why don't you take a break and listen to the new podcast, Queen of Hearts? Queen of Hearts is amazing. Jujubee is so funny and entertaining. I would listen to her read the newspaper or the phone book or anything. She is so fun. This podcast is so funny and so awesome. It's a unique dating show from Wondery that gives you a front row seat to hear all the incredible highs and cringeworthy lows of modern dating. And I say here because our contestants only get to use their voice to seduce one lucky suitor. Queen of Hearts strips away the fake tans, six-pack abs, and movie star smiles to focus on what really matters, how good they are in the booth. Each week, the Queen of Our Hearts, RuPaul's Drag Race veteran Jujubee, will help these blind daters skip the standard cliche dating small talk, traffic sucks, the weather's great, these are my dietary restrictions, and get right into the sometimes funny and sometimes sexy games. At the end of each episode, we'll find out who is one step closer to love and who is headed back to the apps. Follow Queen of Hearts wherever you get your podcasts, or you can listen early on Amazon Music and ad-free by subscribing to Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts or the Wondery app.
Oh, yes, girl. Die Chu in Melbourne.
Die Chu
in Melbourne.
Historical.
Do you want to tell the kids?
Hi there. Is that even pointing on me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on both of us.
Okay.
Do you see?
Well, I got my tussy. I'm tussied out. Put my whole robe of tussy into this performance tonight.
Girl. What is it called?
Chesty.
She's got a cough. I'm fatigued. Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
We have a croup going around. We got the.
Well, Tom nearly died.
Tom nearly died. Then Eden got sick. Now I'm sick. Now you're sick. Yeah. And I chose to get sick on the best day of the tour, which was 7 a.m. 6:30 wake up call to a flight delayed, and then do a show that night. Travel day show day not great.
KMS.
Travel day show day not great.
KMS, bitch.
Yeah.
But there's no way to complain about show business without sounding ungrateful.
Yeah.
But I could complain at a gig that pays $30 or $30 million. Yeah. I'll find something.
Yeah. That is my X-Men power. Take any wonderful situation and turn it into a horror movie.
There was a girl on did you watch American Horror Story Cult?
No.
Okay. Leslie Grossman, the actress, she plays a witch whose ability is she rolls her eyes back and then tells you whether or not there's gluten in something. And then her power evolves to being able to say exactly how many calories are in something.
Diet girl.
Yeah, diet girl.
That's so gay.
I love it.
That's so gay.
Well, in the series, she's down about it because she has a shitty power.
Yeah, she does have a shitty power. She has a shitty power. I can tell you if there was asbestos in this building. That would be more useful.
Well, did you know that buildings can have asbestos as long as it's sealed off?
Okay.
But if you want to update the building at all, by law, you have to remove it.
Okay.
I learned that because the motel had asbestos and we had to pay to have it all removed. Fuck. And I was like, what do we care if they die?
Yeah.
It's a
once-in-a-lifetime experience that they'll have forever, or, the next 6 months where they die.
It could become more of a end of life.
Palliative care facility.
Yes.
The Trixie Motel Palliative Care Facility.
Phasing them out.
Yeah. Sunset awaits. Invitation to the sunset.
That sounds like a cult.
Yeah, that does.
I've been watching a lot of documentaries.
You have. You've been watching Rachel. Wait, I didn't even get to the whole historic moment thing.
Okay, tell them.
Okay. So we performed, I guess, what you said, the most pop, I don't know, what do you call it? The most
obese drag performers to ever step on stage in the same outfit. Period. That's what I heard. Fetty on the telly.
I am the biggest drag queen.
The biggest, yeah. You won an award, which was the biggest drag queen.
The biggest drag queen to make it out on stage and on her own 2 feet with no supports and no runway reinforcement.
The audience slow clapped. It was like Remember the Titans or something.
People were just slowly rising to their feet. Yeah. And then, what was it? About 75 minutes of continuously thunderous ovation.
Yeah, and what song was playing?
It was just
was
some elevator
Work That
music.
Pussy by Tiana Taylor?
No, it was just a Muzak version, a karaoke version of
My Heart Will Go On. It was Eye of the Tiger, but it was MIDI. Doot, 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 doot.
Oh my God. It was just piped in from the lobby. Somebody left a door open, but people were there were tears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On tour, do you gain or lose weight?
I lose. Yeah, I lose weight.
It really depends for me. I can be really good and come back snatched.
Oh, I've never done that.
Or I can undo progress and come
months
back.
and months of diligent progress. Yeah. I'm coming back, Miss Big. These whores are not going to be able to handle me.
Physically, they won't be able to wrap their arms around you.
No. I told you about my grand scheme.
To gain 3 kilos?
Oh, no, 30.
Oh, you're trying to gain 30 kilos?
Yeah, 65 pounds.
Holy shit.
Because then...
Of muscle.
Oh, I'll take anything. I'm not picky, but I'll go on Drag Race as the big girl. If I go on Drag Race, I'm going to go on All Stars. Well, I mean, assuming they invite me. I'm sure they would. Well. And then I'm going to go as a big girl, reinforce the runways, and widen the door, widen the doors and reinforce the runways. Big girls come and win. I'm going to snatch the crown. Ambitious, focused, diligent.
So you're not just going to go through a physical transformation, also a complete personality change.
Yes, and I'm also here's my thing. I'm gonna bring Drag Race back to its roots. Okay,
which was? Would you like to share with the class?
Can do spirit.
Can't do spirit. I have a can't do spirit. I can't do. I've never flown Spirit. Knock on wood.
No, I will never. I did it once. I'll never again. It is a chicken cart with wings, with bird wings, dead bird wings taped to it, and they throw it in the air.
I put a video on Twitter saying, "Spirit Airlines, you better get spiritual because that plane's gonna fall out of the fucking sky." And then somebody commented, "Don't fly Spirit unless you want to become one." Isn't that crazy?
It's true though. They're just rickety and rotten, Spirit.
Do we know that? See, I know
yes,
that
I've been on Spirit, bitch. It's rickety, rotten, and horrible. But wait. Back to me. So, I'm going on Drag Race, 65 pounds heavier, big girl, plus size, diva. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be unapologetically fat. Okay, no excuses, no qualifications,
what's
no
the
reservations.
other version of that?
No, apologetically fat.
Where you enter the room and you just go sorry.
Well, here's the thing about that. Like, a lot of times, there's always, like, I think the viewer and the producers and people, the critics, are always looking for, like, well, yeah, you're fat, but you don't want to be fat, do you? Mama, not me.
Oh, they want that?
No, but you know what I mean? Like, people are so fat. I'm not going to say fat phobic. I'll just, like, hate fat people. That, like, they're always looking for, like, you must hate yourself. You have to.
Yeah, like when people lose weight, it invites a congratulations that is sort of like
it's like the discourse around being fat in this country or anywhere is really, really fascinating.
People are fat. Let people be fat. Yeah. I mean, let them be fat and healthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think
fat people at the gym. Yeah, more fat people at the gym. Be fat and go to the gym.
Well, fat people are everywhere. So like that's whatever. But I thought it was somebody said this, and I thought it was very fascinating that like. The discourse around being fat, a lot of times, is that the truth of it is that people hate fat people, and that's the truth. And it's like this whole like what grinds me up is the patronizing like language around like I just want we just want you to be healthy. We just want like looking out for your health, girl. Nobody's looking out for anybody's health. Certainly not in the United States.
It depends.
Have you ever been a doctor who's looking out for your health and not trying to get rich?
It depends. If let's say you have some pre-existing conditions and the doctor says the best thing you could do would take some weight off. It would take stress off your heart. It would take a stress off your bad knees, whatever.
Yeah. But girl,
then you listen to the doctor.
Yes, of course. But like people, nobody's out there looking out for your health. They want you to be thin and sexy. That's all it is. Nobody cares about, like, just let people be big or whatever. Who cares?
I think it goes both ways.
No, it does.
Because a lot of, like, later in life, incurable things come from decades of poor habits attached to being big.
But see, when I'm Miss Big, when Miss Big goes through the runway like that, all that conversation is going to melt away.
They're going to be like,
into my mouth.
She's huge and sexy. I have a huge boner.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Look, my boner's even bigger now because there's all of that.
And it better get bigger because she needs something big. She needs Mr. Big.
Yes. I think people might criticize me for fetishizing being fat, which of course is exactly what I'm doing. However,
this happens to me where my boyfriend's chubby and people will be like, oh,
chubby chaser.
I'm like, this man that I fuck happens to be chubby. That is not a precursor saying that every man I fuck is chubby.
Yeah.
Does that happen to straight people?
I'm sure. Oh, yeah. Guys get criticized all the time for liking big girls, whatever.
But if a girl dates a big... Wait, if a guy dates a big girl, people are probably like, oh, he likes big girls.
Yes.
But if a girl dates a big guy, no one cares.
No one cares because that's the king of queens.
It's the king of queens.
That's the king of queens. What's his name?
Joe Pesci?
Joe Pesci.
Was it Joe Pesci?
No, Kevin James.
Kevin James.
Big, great big fatty.
And
Leah Remini. Gorgeous,
hot
lovely
bitch.
gal. You know, that whole yarn, that whole sitcom
I would fuck
model.
Kevin James.
You would?
I would have when I was younger, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Paul Blart.
Who is that?
Paul Blart Mall.
That last name is horrible. Paul Blart? You want, hey, Miss Blart?
Miss Big and Mr. Blart.
One of the documentaries I recently watched that I turned...
I think that's how they came up with it.
I turned it off. It was a palliative care documentary about like phasing out end of life care, and I couldn't watch it.
Why'd you turn it off?
I could... Well, did I watch it? No, I watched the preview, and I moved on.
You did.
I moved on to something more uplifting, like the John Wayne Gacy tapes,
or the Rachel Dolezal documentary,
the Rachel Divide. I watched the Rachel. I've been doing a lot of Netflixing.
Yeah.
Netflixing has a lot of nonfiction content.
Yeah, no shit, Mary. That's what they're known for. Oh no, that's not true. They're just known for having lots of trash.
I watched Bad Vegan.
Oh, is that the scam? What was all that? Give us a recap. Give us a recap.
It was just.
By the way, we still haven't gotten to the thing where we were trying to talk about. The beginning.
Tell them this historical moment. And we only found this out from Karen from finance. Yeah, she could be a liar.
She could be a bald-faced liar. We did the biggest drag show in Australia.
Yeah, this venue's 600 seats, and they said it was the biggest, like, seated in one event drag show here ever.
Yeah,
maybe that's true. I don't know.
I don't know because Sydney Mardi Gras is enormous, and that's the gay Mardi Gras. Do you know what I mean?
But it's seated theater. Maybe since it's a seated theater show.
Oh, maybe, okay.
You know, maybe that's what she meant.
Well, we sold 11,000 tickets.
That's fucking crazy.
It's crazy.
Between today and tomorrow, 11,000.
It's wild. Yeah, that's great. It's awesome.
11,000.
I know, and I still can't get fucked. 11,000 people will come.
Somebody on Grindr reached out to me and said, Katya had that like break on stage. Did she get everything sorted? And I said, I don't know.
She surely didn't.
But you were in here at midnight, and I was like, I guess she didn't then.
No, surely not. No, I was up coughing until 4 a.m. Anyways.
I'm only fucking straight guys now.
What?
Because they don't know who I am, and they're not going to tell anybody that they slept with me.
Oh, that's a good point.
Gay guys used to tell me on the grind or whatever, they used to be like, oh, love your work, whatever. Now they hide it. They say nothing. And it's a very weird thing.
Yeah.
They go, what are you doing in town? What do you do for a living? And I go, you know. I went to your Instagram. You follow me. You know what I do.
You have a crocheted Trixie blanket on your body right now.
So now you're forcing me to do this improv.
Yeah.
We're doing Groundlings. We're doing like Second City. But what are you doing? Okay, give me a suggestion.
Give me a suggestion
that's
not you.
Yeah. Okay, great.
No, but here's the thing that I'm not uncomfortable. I'm not super comfortable with.
My vagina's been out. How long? Oh no.
Oh, gross. Oh. Maybe that's why nobody will fuck me.
Hi, it's me, a little girl. No one likes waiting on a paycheck, especially when you got bills due. I only know about bills because I see my mom pay bills, but I don't have bills because I'm a little girl. Good thing there's Chime. Now you can get your paycheck up to 2 days early with direct deposit. That's up to 2 more days to save, pay bills, and generally feel good about your money situation. I have a money situation. I keep all my money in a bank, a piggy bank, because I'm a little girl. But Chime is more than just getting paid early. It's also an award-winning mobile app, checking account, debit card, and optional savings account. I like the mobile app because I have a phone for when I need to call my mom to pick me up because I don't drive because I'm a little girl. So what are you waiting for? Not your paycheck, haha. Get started with Chime today. Applying for a free account takes less than 2 minutes. Get started at chime.com/bald. That's chime.com/bald. Bye.
Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank or Stride Bank, N.A. members FDIC. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on payer.
Now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. Think of this. How well would you take care of your car if you only had the same one your entire life? Now, that's kind of like our brain, right? We only have one. So why don't we treat it that way? How we care for our minds affects everything in how we experience life. So it's important to invest time and care into keeping them healthy. There's plenty of ways to support a healthy brain, like learning a new language or taking power naps, but there's also BetterHelp online therapy. Therapy is an invaluable tool when it comes to dealing with life. This world is not easy. It's not simple. It's certainly, there's certainly a lot of factors and features of it that are very antagonizing and depressing. So therapy is a great tool to extend and broaden the scope of your toolbox in order to deal with the trials and tribulations of being a person. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat-only therapy sessions. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. Got brown teeth? No problem. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, which can be so prohibitively expensive. For example, I saw a therapist for $200 an hour, and that was not great. You can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Isn't that great? I think it's great. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/bald. That's betterhelp.com/bald. But the other day in Hobart, this guy wanted dick pics and I wouldn't send him one because I was not at the hotel at the moment. I don't have any dick pics on my phone. Mm-hmm. So I didn't send him, and he said, and he got snippy with me like, well, are you talking to me on a phone? Does your phone have a camera? I was like, damn. I was like, okay, work.
He works at the Apple store.
Yeah, I was like, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll take one when I get back to the hotel. I did take some, and then I had to hide them because I had given Eden my phone to take some pictures, and it comes right up.
Girl, she gets what she gets.
No, absolutely.
She's using
No. My 24-year-old female assistant does not need to see my penis. We have boundaries, Mary. Boundaries.
I'm saying she's going through your phone for a work thing.
No.
If she sees a nude, it's not going to derail her life.
It will derail my life. I don't want. We have great, wonderful boundaries, and we have wonderful relationship. I'm not doing that.
She picks up your wet panties.
I know.
She doesn't know you have sex.
No, I know, but
you're not her daughter. You're not her 12-year-old daughter.
Isn't that enough humiliation?
Would it be like if your mom found your porn or something? Would it be shame?
It's like she knows what it smells like. She doesn't need to know what it looks like. You know what I mean? Like gross. She doesn't. She has a cast iron stomach, but it's the indignity of it.
Yeah,
it's the indignity of it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so. And I was just like, I don't want to send him my dick pic. He didn't know who I was. He didn't follow me on Instagram or anything like that. But I guess, is this stupid? Is it like naive or selfish or egotistical for me to be self-conscious about the possibility of someone like telling their friends, this is Katya from Drag Race's dick, and showing photos at brunch? Is that, maybe that's not a thing.
I don't think people care.
I would do it.
I don't think people care.
I would do it.
It doesn't reflect badly on you, though, for having a sexual life. It reflects badly on them for sharing someone's nudes without their permission.
I know that's true. That's the moral issue. That's the moral angle. I'm just talking about the actual angle.
Well, just know this. If they fuck you, they're absolutely telling people. So what is the difference? That's what I mean.
Hearsay.
Now I'm only fucking the straight guys. They're not going to tell anybody. They're not going to talk about it.
It's hearsay rather than photographic evidence. That's not admissible in court. Like,
are you taking them to court?
Well,
Buck.
But I mean, if we're talking about real tangible things in the world, like they distributed photographs of my genitalia.
Yeah.
Or they just lied. You know what I mean? Like one thing is like, oh yeah, it's John. He's drunk. We don't believe him.
No, they all lie.
No, I know. That's
what
I'm
to tell
saying.
you.
But photos don't lie.
They're lying. Gay guys on the internet are lying. When it comes to sex, they're lying. They're fabricating. They're creating fantasies. They're John Grisham.
It's the Pelican Brief. It's the Firm. It's Tom Cruise in the Firm.
Men are liars. Men are liars.
What
Gay
is
men
that?
are liars.
Okay, how about this? Stop lying about sex challenge. Let's stop lying about sex challenge. Stop lying about sex.
Stop lying about
Stop lying about period.
And stop lying about your period.
Get your period.
Get
stop
your period
lying.
And stop lying about it. Yeah, that's the thing.
Stop lying about stop lying in general. Stop lying about your penis. Stop lying about the sex. Stop lying about everything. Do you know what I mean? Stop it.
Yeah, stop lying about your penis. They should put your fucking dick size on your fucking driver's license, bitch. Yeah. It should be verified by the government. When I had to get a passport, I had to bring 2 forms of ID.
Yeah.
When you take your dick picture, you should need 2 forms of ID. It should be taken at the DMV.
Yeah. You know what I think is hysterical? So I went on a date and I found out that the person lied about their age. 2 inches. Oh, no, sorry.
His 2-inch age.
Height.
That is stupid.
I know. I'm obsessed. Because I was like, I'm an inch shorter than that.
Did he lie about being taller?
Yeah. I'm an inch shorter than that, and I'm taller than you. So, Mary, what is the truth?
Well, and ironically, you like short guys.
I do.
So he lied for no reason.
Well, right. I mean, he's obviously not lying for me. He's lying for everybody else because everybody else. There's so it's okay.
It's fruitless. It's fruitless to lie.
It is.
Because guess what? At some point,
you are
going to have to show up.
I know. You're going to have to show up. You're going to have that tiny penis. You're going to be that little shorty.
And no one cares. Or you're going to be chubby.
Yeah.
Like,
well, people do care, though.
Take a picture of your real weight, your real body hair, your real everything.
Yeah.
And that way, when it happens, you can go in with confidence because they've seen Fire and Rain. You know what I mean? They've read.
I don't know that this is true, though. I mean, it's like you're a person you're 6 foot with an above average wiener, right? So, like, yeah, it's very easy for you to just flap your gums like that.
It's not like everything else about me is great.
No, literally nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bald crossdresser?
No. But okay, no. I'm looking at the pros of you, and I'm saying, okay, tall, large penis, rich. That's enough. You could have gangrenous sores on half of your face and no leg, and you would be. That's the catch. So like, I was just thinking today because I was so self-conscious about sometimes because when I go to hook up with mostly bottoms, right? Like 100% bottom. I am pretty much only top, but my dick isn't huge. It's medium to above average, but it's not huge.
I'll tell you this.
And so,
not every bottom cares about a giant dick.
I think a lot of them do.
I don't think they really do.
I hope they don't.
I don't think they do.
So, like, it's very disheartening.
Do you care about every bottom having a huge butt?
That's different, though.
You think?
Well, because it's the size of the butt itself, not the hole. But I'm talking about the hole. Mary, when I go to a fucking hole and I don't even hit the sides, I feel like...
It's bad when he asks, is it in? Something. It's really bad when you ask, is it in? Damn, bitch. Is it in? You tell me.
Sometimes.
No, I don't think they care.
Sometimes.
Because you also don't want fear factor dick. Every bottom experience doesn't have to be the bone collector. It doesn't have to be
the Goodyear blimp.
Girl, it doesn't have to be Survivor.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be Lost.
Okay.
Lost?
I mean, yeah.
Is that the show with the island? I think that's not what I meant. But I said Lost. I've never seen it.
The Leftovers. I mean,
9 Perfect Strangers.
You know what I mean, though? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh my God. Especially if a person is 100% bottom, and I mean, I'm getting long in the tooth here. At 40, let's face it, all of our friends in their early 30s, late 20s back in LA, fisting champions.
Oh,
pussy,
are you kidding me?
Blown out cow pussies. Blown the fuck out.
The upside down. Tremors. Girl, Tremors. The upside down. Ah! It's the upside down. It is. It's the upside down.
It truly is. And so I get self-conscious. I'm like, well, what do I bring to the table there? Like, thankfully, I do not have a small dick. And then that got me thinking about that. I was like,
but fuck. Even people with small dicks, there are people there who don't care.
And
I don't care if someone has a small dick.
Mary, I don't either. Because there's so much, I guess I'm answering my own question. There's so many other things to do. But when you're approaching, like, I think in the beginning of, like, if you're thinking about being in a relationship or thinking about you like somebody, all that stuff is in the front of your mind. Like, what would I bring to the table? Mm-hmm. And all those things get, like, magnified in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think...
Sexually, anyways, if you're thinking about sexual compatibility.
Yeah, and I think people in general are sort of attracted to their opposite or their exact same, right? So, like, in gay world, it's always, like, the chubby, muscly, hairy guys who want chubby, muscly, hairy guys. Or the opposite. Mm-hmm. Chubby, muscly, hairy guys want tiny, scrawny, hairless, young guys. At least in gay world, it always feels like it's the game of exact copies or exact opposites.
Yeah, I don't know.
And so, like... what's your exact opposite?
I don't do types though. I'm really not. I'm not gonna go.
I'm not anyone's type either. No. The problem is when you're bald, and you're not necessarily ripped
scorecard
or necessarily young.
Yeah, you're not at the top
really
of anybody's scorecard.
You're just existing. Like half the time, I can't tell if I'm Curious George or the man in the yellow jacket. Girl, I can't even tell. I don't know. I really don't know. And in drag, Girl, Miss Nelson is missing. Miss Nelson is missing, honey. Fuck.
Viola Swamp, bitch. Viola Swamp. Oh, shit.
Well, the problem with the online thing, too, is...
We gotta go, Mom. We gotta go.
Are they waiting for us?
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, we can go. Well, we'll be back. We're going to do meet and greet.
Listen, time is money, and money is water, and I'm thirsty. I don't have to tell you that my time is valuable, but I will. I just did. And I want you to know that your time is valuable, but I think you already know that. It doesn't matter how much money you make at your job. I'm talking about the precious, finite resource of time. So if you're running a small business, you know that every second counts, and you can't afford to waste a single moment. So why are you still taking time out of your day to go to that damn post office? Listen, no offense to the post office. I love the post office, but you could be using Stamps.com instead. Stamps.com makes mailing and shipping quick, easy, and cost-effective. 3 things I love. For more than 20 years, Stamps.com has been indispensable for over 1 million businesses. They give you access to all the post office and UPS shipping services you need right from your computer and get discounts you can't find anywhere else, like up to 30% off USPS rates and 86% off UPS. I said 86% off UPS. Wow. Streamline your shipping process with Stamps.com's easy-to-use software. All you need, your regular computer and printer, no special supplies or equipment. Wow. So, whether you're an office sending invoices, an Etsy shop sending your products, or a warehouse shipping out orders, or maybe a small man shipping out large shoes, Stamps.com is your mailing and shipping solution. Stop wasting time and start saving money when you use Stamps.com to mail and ship. Sign up with promo code BALD for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, and enter code BALD. I love Stamps.com because I love my time as much as I would love to just, kiki in the long, twisting, winding lines of the post office. I prefer to spend that time at home, laying flat. I love Stamps.com. They make it so easy for me. Okay, guys, when it comes to building your online presence and having a wonderful, beautiful place of business on the internet, there's only one name in the game, and that's Squarespace. Listen, I've been an avid user and very happy customer of the Squarespace for so many years now. And I don't think that's going to change. You know why? Because they have so many wonderful features that make it easy and affordable for a person like you, a person like me, to enjoy a wonderful presence online. It's just the truth. My name is Ruth. Let me tell you about it. They've got e-commerce. You want to sell something? Boom, they got you. Okay? They got video blocks. Do you want videos from your YouTube, honey? Your Vimeo, your Animoto on your Squarespace site? You got it. No worries. Do you want Do you want to connect your social media accounts? They got you. Do you want traffic overview? I'm not talking about the 405. Content ownership, sweetie. You own all the content you put on that Squarespace platform. They offer one-click data portability, honey. Email campaigns, collect donations, mama. You could do the social sharing, the analytics, the blogging tools. Oh, they got it all. E-commerce, Squarespace, analytics. Get into the gig, honey. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/bald to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Okay? So do it.
Green Chef, baby! Green Chef is a CCOF certified meal kit company. Green Chef makes eating well easy with plans to fit every single lifestyle. Whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, gluten-free, or you're vegetarian like me, it just makes it easy to eat more balanced meals. Green Chef offers a range of recipes to suit your preferences. I gotta tell you guys, there are so many options, and I've had every single recipe probably for the vegetarian option at Green Chef, and I have loved every single one of them. I've been introduced to foods that I would have never known that I enjoyed, foods that I didn't even really know what it was or what I was making. I made a broccoli cheese soup from scratch. I mean, not to be an idiot, I didn't even know where to begin how people make soup. And at the end of it, I couldn't believe I made it. It was so delicious. What I love about it is that there's so much flexibility, right? So you have options to mix and match from different preferences, because being a vegetarian, I'm used to getting stuck with the same 3 options. Like, oh, you're a vegetarian? Oh, do you want, a salad, or do you want falafel? I mean, I get this, but there's so many different options and flavors, which I really love. The Green Chef expert chefs curate every recipe, so even though it's super easy to make, you're really eating like restaurant quality dishes at home, and like I said, for how easy it is to make, you're like, I can't believe this. This tastes like restaurant food. I mean, I know it sounds kind of, sheltered, but when I eat something really good like that I made at home, I feel like I'm eating at a restaurant. It's really amazing. Because let's just say without the recipe card and the ingredients provided for me, I probably would not be able to, on my own, produce that level of cooking. I mean, I really don't know what I'm doing, but the Green Chef makes it so easy. One of my favorites personally, oh my God, there is these mole roasted carrots. You would have never think that carrots would feel like a big, fancy, seasoned, like fulfilling meal. But girl, carrots. And it's great because Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well with dinners that work for you and not the other way around. Green Chef's vegan and vegetarian recipes are full of plant-based proteins and wholesome sides. It's really, really sickening. I mean, I've learned how to cook different types of noodles, rices. I've learned how to cook quinoa, things that I would have never really known how to make on my own. I can't recommend it enough, especially if you are on a limited budget. These meals are for 2. And since I live alone, I mean, I can make the 3 meals in the week and have dinner 6 nights of the week totally planned out. It's pretty amazing. Go to greenchef.com/bald135 and use the code bald135 to get $135 off across 5 boxes, plus free shipping on your first box. That's greenchef.com/bald135 and use the code bald135 to get $135 off across 5 boxes, plus free shipping on your first box. I can't recommend it enough. I'm obsessed with it and it's changed my life. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well.
We're back from meet and greet.
Yeah.
A lot of hotties out there today.
Hotties.
Hotties out
and
there
today. You know what?
It's a conundrum. You know what it is?
It's a conundrum.
It's water everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Lots of people who know what we do for a living and like us.
Uh-huh.
But that doesn't lead to people you want to fuck you wanting to fuck you.
No.
These are 2 different Venn diagrams.
Well, I think it comes down to that pig in a wig who makes me giggle
will not make my little weenie waddle wiggle. Yeah, exactly.
She's not gonna make my little dingy wig wiggle.
Yeah,
because she makes me giggle. That thing.
The best is when you hit on them and they're like, "Well, talk to me later," and you go, "I'm not joking."
Yeah, I know. So
don't play games.
I passive aggressively my tone is hardened from years of rejection and ghosting, where I'm like I'm not joking, bitch.
No,
and
I'm don't say shit.
Don't.
We're not going to say who said it.
Yeah.
But there's this famous drag queen who said to a driver in the mirror,
"Yeah,
don't look at me unless you're gonna fuck me." Which honestly
is tea.
It's tea. It's really tea.
No, I wouldn't go that far though. I would say, don't say you're gonna fuck me unless you're prepared to follow through
on the deal, mama. It's a red light special.
Well, don't sign a check that your ass cannot cash.
Your ass literally. If you're gonna look in my direction, you better have dushed. You better have dushed, bitch.
I don't even need that. I will fuck your shitty ass. I will fuck your shitty
girl,
in the shower.
We can.
I'm not into scat.
Well,
I'm not into scat. But things happen.
Things happen. But you shouldn't be.
You should be diligent and hygienic. But girl, I don't need you to be all that, because we're gonna go have a lovely time in the shower in the tub.
Well, what happens if sodomy becomes illegal? Because
the government's going to come into my house, enter my boudoir, check under my negligee to count the loads in my ass.
And it's going to be 0.
0, Mary. No, nobody's sodomizing this pussy.
But will straight people be arrested for sodomy too? Because straight people...
Let's have that conversation.
Okay, you know what? All doing anal.
Okay, straight people are
all doing anal.
I have a question to ask you. So, Natasha Leggero's podcast, there was a little clip that came up and somebody called in. And so I have a question for you. A guy called in about his girlfriend and said, "I'm having a problem. My girlfriend and I are in love, but for maybe many years, and then together many years, but she won't do my ultimate sexual fantasy, which is for me to come in her mouth." What do you make of that?
She won't let him come in her mouth?
Correct. And he describes this as his #1 sexual fantasy. What do you make of that?
Well, let me just say that everybody should do what they're comfortable with, right?
Yes.
And that's it.
Yes. So I was thinking, my first... Oh, sorry, I'll let you finish.
So fucking vanilla.
I know. Well,
you don't want cum in your mouth?
I was going to say...
I'll put cum on my fucking pad thai, bitch. I'll put cum in my hair, in my eyes, rub on my teeth.
I was going to say, unless she... The only thing I didn't think, I was like, oh, maybe she's got some like past something going on. You know what I mean? Maybe there's like a... But I was like, my thing, she doesn't love you, bitch. if she won't let you come in her mouth, or he or she won't let you, he don't love you. That was my read on it. What do you think about that?
Well,
I know there's
if
a
she
lot of
doesn't
people
want to do it, she doesn't want to do it.
Period. End
And
of
if
story.
that's your ultimate fantasy,
that's what I'm saying.
I feel bad for you.
I feel bad too. Like if that's
dream big, bitch.
I dream bigger. I was like, do you know how many guys want to fuck you in the ass? Like that, I would say no.
That's like you're gonna go to a car dealership and you're gonna steal the used Prius. You know what I mean? I don't know what I just said. I guess I mean like, if you're gonna do it, dream bigger.
Yes, totally.
Your dream car should not be a Camry.
Exactly. Right.
You
right,
know?
Right. Yeah.
If you're in a situation where that's your dream, your ultimate dream would be that he's not even asking for her to swallow.
No, or even say, I love that.
Which, by the way, if the cum's in your mouth, just swallow it.
Yeah.
It's more undignified and weird to
spit it out.
To either run to the bathroom or like spit it on.
Yeah.
What?
My thing is like, I think if
I'm that cum.
Also
eat all that cum. Eat the cum.
I hate eat. I hate
it's
not eating or drinking.
But she ate. But
it's not eating or drinking though. It's not food.
The way none of them ate. The way none of them ate. Girl, let them eat. Let them eat cake.
Let the girls eat it. They're,
eat the cum. If the cum is in your mouth,
swallow it.
It's more undignified or whatever to like get up and spit.
Yeah, be like, ooh, gross. Yeah, like
don't let it in your mouth in the first place.
I think it's hot. It's also, here's the thing. Once, if that's your partner's ultimate fantasy, then they're done. Once the cum is in the mouth, cash is checked, the finish line is reached, game over. He doesn't want to continue.
Yeah.
Because he just orgasmed. It's over. You just turn around then, you know what I mean?
You don't have to do the porn thing
where
you spit the load back out and like sometimes they spit it out and then like slip it back up again. And it's a lot of like
it's a yo-yo. It's a lot of yo-yo.
Yeah, because in porn you want to see the cum.
Yes.
To like it's but in real life,
Mama,
I don't really want to spit it out and like look at it, drop my name in the snow.
Snowballing?
We're not doing all that.
Nobody's snowballing in this economy.
The only thing that's snowballing is the idea of snowballing.
Yeah. Because I remember I saw this porn with these two straight guys, and they were snowballing, and I was like, if you're, I would say so many of these guys want to like fuck you in the butt, and if you don't want to get fucked in the butt, getting fucked in the butt is horrible. It's different than a little cum in the mouth.
Well, it can be your angle or it can be your devil.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
This can be your like anal backdoor slut 7 or Shawshank Redemption.
Also, if you want to do something that your girlfriend doesn't want to do, bitch, move the fuck on. Move on.
Just fuck. Because honestly, finding somebody,
get over it.
It doesn't make you shallow to want to be with somebody you're sexually compatible with. It's the only part that makes your.
No, I was just saying, deal with it the other way. Just don't do it.
Oh, you mean move on from the idea?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm saying.
Oh, you're just
that's sort of maybe a
bitch?
flag that this relationship is not going to be long-term sexually fulfilling, which could really be an issue.
I would say that too. I know that's really simplistic and probably doesn't give the girl the benefit of doubt.
Well, it depends what it can go both ways. Absolutely. If she's not getting the sex she wants, she can also be like, well, that's really important to me. Because some people, sex maybe is not important to me.
Right.
To me, my sex has always been good in relationships.
Yeah.
Probably because it's important to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going on that third or fourth date unless it's good. You know what I mean?
Right.
This isn't pity. This isn't
pity.
What?
And how do you feel about this though? Because if you went out on a Grindr date with someone and you guys had sex and you didn't come, would you think of that as a failure?
No.
No?
Not at all.
Okay.
So we didn't come?
Yeah. Say you got fucked like twice and then neither of you came. It just kind of like, What?
I don't relate to not coming in that.
Okay.
So I don't know about that.
Okay. Would you consider that a failure?
If it's like, let's say I was
would there was a guy I dated. Would it be Floptina?
No.
Okay.
There was a guy I dated where the first date, making out, jerking off, he comes and then we were drinking. And if drinking is part of it, maybe you just like diffuse and go home, whatever.
Sure.
Somebody came.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sure. I don't see a world where you like engage in anal intercourse and no one comes. I don't know where by the time the anal's happening, I'm like ready, like by the time we're doing that and everything that leads up to that, I'm probably pretty close to being done. You know what I mean? By the time we're having sex, I'm like, you got about 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're good. It's a wrap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say I've been with guys where like their dream of topping is like marathon sex. And even though I'm a bottom,
yeah,
you have about T-minus 9 seconds. You know what I mean? I'm doing like the Apollo 13 countdown. 10, 9, 8.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. I'm like, I got stuff to do. I got emails. I got to get on Slack. I have a Zoom.
Oh,
do you have a different experience? Do you think it's a failure if no one comes?
So I don't consider. I don't consider any sexual experience to be a failure. It was a trick question, kind of, sort of.
Okay.
Like I would never walk away from a sexual experience thinking like, bop or flop. Do you know what I mean? Like I would say like bop or flop. Like if, do you know, like,
is bop good? Oh, I thought like you bop him because you don't like it.
No. Like, you know, like as I'm leaving, I'm like bop or flop. Like, you know, I kind of resist that. Like,
have you ever been in a hookup where the vibe isn't right and you like make out and then stop and someone goes home?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Even then, it's not a failure.
No, it's information.
You applied the brakes.
Yeah,
you
information. Yeah, graceful like navigation of a social interaction.
I would say that's the hardest thing about sex. Like in my 20s, early 20s, in college,
going
was
along
like,
with it when you don't want to. Have you done that, Mary?
I describe it as being too white to say no.
Yes,
where I'm just like,
yes.
Well, I'm already here.
Yeah,
I hate it.
But I'm not hard. I'm gonna let him fuck me. I mean,
it's just when you're young, you don't have the confidence to say like, hey, it's just not a good fit.
Yeah, or just like, hey, stop, and then just kind of, hey, I'm just gonna take a break, and then, you know, actually, I'm just gonna go home.
Well, that's when it's good to have something to pivot with. You know what I mean? I like to sort of go, hey, I have to ask, have you heard the good news? You know, like, and I'll sort of go into religious
proselytizing.
Yeah. Have you heard the good news? Have you heard the good news? Do you think Bush did 9/11?
I couldn't help but wonder.
I couldn't help but wonder. Have you heard the good news?
You pull out your unabridged Bible.
Yeah. I'm excited that we're here together because I brought this cassette tape of Ojibwe rain dances and I thought we could listen to it together. Put it on. No, put it on. I also brought some Cheeto Puffs.
I've been meaning to read Moby Dick out loud, nonstop, from beginning to end. Okay, wait.
I've turned the corner on the word faggot.
Me too.
We're like, I like it, and I've always been like fine with gay people saying it. At this point, I get a thrill out of straight people who hate gay people saying it.
Yeah.
I'm like, say it. You hate me, don't you? You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
It's like you're showing your ass by using it. I'm like, use the word.
I know. Do it. Show me how fucking stupid you are.
Show me how much you hate me.
Show me how stupid you are. How stupid you are.
Stupid.
Literally stupid.
Yeah.
And I was when I was on Z-Way, I was like, wait, she said something like, I was like, she asked, it was like a baiting question. It was like, when you say that, like, somebody was like, I think it was like Ashley Tisdale was like a clip of her. Someone was like, when you say the word queer, it's something that's
Hillary
like
Duff.
Hillary Duff.
When you say the word gay, do you know what you're saying?
Yes. And I was like, I want to bring the word faggot back.
100%. Because honestly, not to be political, but now we're in a world where people are viciously anti-gay, but it's all coded.
Oh yeah.
If they just said, faggot. I'm running on the platform of I hate faggots. I know. It's like when something is
traditional family stuff. Yeah.
When something's like against gay marriage and it's called focus on the family.
Focus on the family.
It's like just say you hate faggots. Yes. And I'm not even being funny.
I know.
Say you hate faggots.
Yeah. We want to burn faggots on a pyre.
Because I think what they're doing is they're getting away with doing some hateful shit by not having to own up to it. I'm like, wear that fucking badge if you mean it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, well, it doesn't agree with the lifestyle and my belief.
Yeah,
just say when you think of me fucking my boyfriend, you throw up. Yeah, just say it. Just fucking say it.
Just say, I hate cornhole sucking faggots and I want them all to die.
Because we have a lot in common.
Yeah.
And you're like, when I think of you naked with a man, I want to throw up. I'm like, bitch, me too. Bitch, me too. When I think of you cross-dressing, I want to retch. Yeah, bitch, everyone. Grow up.
Take a number.
Girl, take a number.
Get in line.
People in the meet and greet with my shirts on won't fuck me. Tell them what happened yesterday.
I stood up 3/4 of the way through a sold-out show in Melbourne, Australia, to address the 5,500 people in the audience. People who bought tickets starting from $50 all the way up to $300 or more. People who waited 3 years to honor these tickets and come in. I said, please, will you, one of you fuck me? and not one of them.
I wish.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
I've also turned a corner on the United States.
Oh, I'm not like one of those 2016 I'm moving to Canada people. I might be a 2022 moving to Canada person though.
Mary, at this point, I'm like,
I don't know.
21% of the country is Christian, and the only people who can make effective change.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the only people who can affect change are people who are so rich they don't care to do anything.
Yep.
What are we doing? It's so hard to get, like, when people are like, you need to stay mad and get involved. I'm like, we are Kate Bush running up that hill, and that hill is only getting steeper.
Yeah.
We aren't winning anything.
No.
We're moving back. We're literally moving backwards.
Literally uncovering.
Separation of church and state has never been there, but now it's just so belligerently not there. Well, and no one cares.
And also, it has nothing to do with anything. It has nothing to do with the founding fathers. It has nothing to do with dusty ass constitutional whatever. Nothing. These people are dumb. These people, these Marjorie Taylor Greens and these Ted Cruzes and all these people, they're fucking sick fucking sycophants, and they don't know. They don't read the Bible. They don't read the Constitution. They know nothing about it.
Amy Coney Barrett.
Amy Coney Barrett. Oh, the justice. Yeah.
She'll be there for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Voting against our rights forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Ever. The Supreme Court is a flop court.
I know. It feels like we don't talk about politics on this podcast because we're preaching to the choir, right?
Yeah.
If you listen to this, if you're watching this, you're either conservative and jerking off.
Yeah.
Hey. Hi. Or you agree with us.
Yeah. Or you have more sophisticated points of view than we do.
Right.
Yeah.
Which we're just stupid. But at a certain point, it's like,
I just want healthcare. But I just want to be like, I just want to go to the doctor. Like, I was like, when I have a major health issue and it takes me with fierce health insurance to go, I have to wait a month to get an appointment with a specialist. And then I come to Australia and I wait about 6 hours.
We have healthcare. We have the money to see any doctors.
Yes.
You and I have the money to get any surgical procedure that exists. I could have my head replaced. Yeah. Actually, not a bad idea. And every time when we go to the same doctor, every time I go to our medical facility, I'm like, God, what do people do?
I don't know. They don't. They like. I mean,
when I was 22 or whatever, I went from college, going to my college doctor, to doing Drag Race and being able to afford a doctor. There's only a few years there in the middle where if I was sick, I don't know.
I didn't go to the doctor. But I had no health insurance, nothing.
It's not just the health insurance. It all comes down to like the separation of church and state is so bogus. And because all the rich white people are Christian or pretend to be Christian, everything is about that. Mm-hmm. Everything is about the Bible and hating gay people.
And, yes, and I cannot. And in a way, I almost respect them for having a clear but crazy point of view, rather than these do nothing Democrats. Nothing. Word salad. You got to hear that clip of Kamala talking about we will work together. I mean, she said it was like, what are you talking about? Shut up. Just word salad.
Here's the thing. I see there's two sides of it, right? Because the moment some crisis happens, like Roe v. Wade being overturned, the moment it happens, within an hour, as a major leader, you're supposed to have a statement. When in fact it takes more than an hour to formulate a real plan.
That is very generous of you, but they're also just flops. Sleepy Joe, flop Tina.
Well, that's the
flop
problem.
Tina.
That's the problem. Like it's just
flop Tina.
And then when we have a candidate that I really liked, like Bernie, I remember seeing the picture of Bernie, like from the black and white, being arrested for like protesting, and then I'm like, work, bitch, and I'm like, but I know the world is horrible. I know that if there's certain candidates where because they know exactly what we need to do, they will never win. I was thinking while I was putting makeup on today, I was thinking, when I was younger, was it this bad? Like, I just remember watching the news and hearing about like jizz on a miniskirt. You know what I mean? That's all I heard about.
Bad, though. But it's the stuff we don't see. It's the stuff.
But was I just too young to understand?
Yeah.
Was I too young to understand? Yeah. The problem is everybody's like, well, you need to vote. It's like,
girl, vote for who? For what?
That's what I'm saying. It's like the problem is the conservatives will get people to vote based on religious things, and religious people get very fired up.
Yes.
And the problem is Democrats won't vote unless it's the perfect candidate for them.
Right.
And the other problem is the left wants this and the right wants this, and all we do is watch things get overturned, changed, back and forth, Prop 8, you know.
Yeah.
We don't see a lot of compromising. We don't see a lot of I want this and you want this. What's the middle? It's just a lot of fight until you get this and then wait until that justice dies and somebody else comes in and then it can be flipped. It's just a lot of, I mean, this new Supreme Court, like, we're going to deal with this forever. Anything conservative will get passed in our lifetime. America's really...
That's what we're
It's the longer you look at it, the more you're like,
disgusting.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's a really bad...
Oh, shit.
It started bad, and it's going to end bad.
It's a little like, I mean, it's not like renovating, but you pull up the carpet and you're like, hardwood, and then you're like, oh, there's termites.
Oh, shit.
You know what
bones
I mean?
of human slaves.
Yes, it's like, worse and worse.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, and there's an electrical issue, and there's asbestos.
Yeah,
And all
there's
of these
the scent of
together
pure
have made
evil
this house unlivable.
House. Yeah.
And there's a poltergeist.
Yeah, it's not electricity. It's just evil gas. Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess we're just, we're just entertainers, and our job is, we don't ever talk about politics, and we shouldn't. We're not going to continue.
Yeah.
Because we're also stupid.
We're stupid, and we just trying to make people laugh.
But
oh fuck.
I mean, the day we weren't even in America when Roe v. Wade was overturned, and it's just like, I was like, well, what can I do? We're over here, and I'm like, what could I do if I was there?
Yeah,
fucking nothing. Go walk in the street. Not that protesting is important.
No, but I mean,
what else can I do?
It's certainly better than Planned Parenthood having the gall to like ask for donations. I was like, Mary, what you been doing? What you been doing about this? Like, what have you been? Is a ghoulish. What have you been doing to prevent this?
Well, that's the problem is, I mean, I don't think it was meant to last. The Roe v. Wade thing was not meant to last this long period. I mean, and then they'll be like, well, people should be able to decide this on a state level. I'm like, you want people in the Bible Belt to be able to tell these like, it's just so, do you think people won't get abortions?
No, see, do
you think people won't get pregnant?
It's the thing about it is like, this guy was like, don't really try to shift the conversation. This is not banning abortions. It's criminalizing them because abortions will continue. They will just be illegal.
Yeah.
And so dangerous. People will be arrested. And then people are going to die. So that's all it is. You're just making something illegal and it will continue to happen. It will be unsafe and dangerous and deadly.
In the courts, when they talk about things, when people mention their faith, their beliefs, anything, it should be objection. Like that should not even be talked about.
Yeah.
It should not even be talked about.
No, it's immaterial. It makes no sense. My golden horse, my golden goose, my 17 wives in heaven. Girl, fuck off. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Are you talking about my 3 pussies? My 3
now you got me. Now I'm interested.
The court will allow it.
When I hear them talk about like their faith or anything, I'm like,
Mama,
you need to stop.
Bullshit too. Bullshit. It's all buzzwords.
Why does the president have to be at least 35? And there's an unwritten rule that the president has to be pretty much a practicing or fake practicing Christian.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I bet even for atheists and non-practicing, like I bet they would be like, something about that is not really like.
Yes.
I don't want 1 second of the president's attention to go towards something that doesn't exist.
I'm nervous.
Something that doesn't exist.
Live in the reality.
There is nothing up there besides atmosphere, you fucking whores.
But even if
get a grip.
But even if there is, even if God turned out to be real tomorrow, I don't think that should change the way people. Sorry, the GoPro.
Oh.
I don't think that should change the way.
Mama, we heard you.
I don't think it should change the way people make laws.
No, because we're making laws for us.
All of these people live as if their religion is 100% real anyway.
Yeah, talk to any religious person.
And they're like, oh, this is the one.
Yeah, oh, Mama, that's cute, but this is gorgeous.
Right. So it's just so crazy to me that it continues to be.
Adult, educated, traveled, cultured people still fucking around, and not just fucking around with it, trying to impose it on other people.
That's
like,
the thing.
Like it's anything to do with truth. Wake the fuck up, bitch. Wake the fuck up.
Well, here's the thing. Be religious if you want.
Whatever.
I'm not being critical of people being religious.
I am. Because y'all are, I mean, listen.
But good for them.
Sure. Good for people who knit.
But before you go to bed, if you want to kneel next to your bed and pray. If you want to go to church on Christmas, good for you.
If you want to sing Yankee Doodle Dandy.
That has nothing to do with
if you want to put on little latex pussy pants. If you want to play Clue or whatever.
But the urge of like sitting alone in a room Christian and you notice some people who aren't Christian and you're like, oh, they're not Christian. Oh my God, what are we going to do?
I got to tell them the good news.
Yeah. They're not praying before their meal. Like, what is the urgency?
Yeah.
Worry about eat your food.
Eat your food, bitch.
Eat your food.
Brush your hair, bitch.
Brush your hair, bitch.
Hair.
Brush your fucking hair. Yeah. It's just so crazy. It's so crazy. And honestly, I feel like as drag queens, a lot of the times, I feel that because I'm not very politically vocal, I actually feel like, well, I know how the world works. The last thing anybody right-wing needs to see is a drag queen like me screaming about my beliefs. Because I'm already their picture of like what the future liberals want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like at Pride sometimes I'm like, the person leading the parade should be a boring librarian who's gay. Mm-hmm. Because not all of us are vibrant, openly sexual.
Yeah. With clits pierced and like,
Yeah, most gay people are just watching Netflix.
Yeah,
They're boring.
Yeah.
They're boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's hard with the religious people because there's a lot of religious people who believe in abortion. Believe in want gay people to have marriage. They exist.
Reasonable people.
But the loudest and craziest among them get all the airtime.
It's exhausting.
I don't mean to be defeatist, but I truly was on the plane the other Googling, what can I actually do about this? What can I actually do? Because I don't want to do nothing because it's stupid, and I think I spent too much of my early 20s not being more involved than I was.
Well, I know it can happen actually is to do action in the neighborhood.
Right.
Because things literally in the block you live.
Yes.
Like in the block you live, like find out who is like what's going on in the action, because that's how anything anything that's going to catch is going to happen locally.
I know what you're saying. Anything actually you can tell something's different.
Yes, you can. And then it's like, because other communities can then apply that. You can go through all the grunt work, and then the streamlined version can be available to other communities.
Yes.
Next door. Like, hey, actually, we did all that crap. We trial and error. This is what worked for us. Boom. And then all of a sudden, it's like county-wide. Oh, and then it's statewide. So, like, I think that makes more sense, too. Because also, like, little, like, personal stuff is, like, you know, those horrible adages, like, oh, change starts within or whatever. Like, you know, like,
maybe it's on a poster in a treatment facility of some sort. You know,
but you know, being nice is something you can do.
Well, now I'm going to stop you right there, because that's not something I believe in. Not my religion is being mean. So
it's being a huge bitch. All right, can we call it a day? We got to go get picked up for the show.
I guess. I'm so tired.
I know.
I don't want to. This is hard. Touring is so hard. This has been so many tour dates this year, back to back with Queen of the Universe and Trixie Motel and everything.
Well, let's
really
put a name to the elephant inside the room, which is workaholism.
It's taken me to a place of what am I doing?
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Mama, look at me. I'm a lizard just baking in the sun.
But would I say that you're doing well? You know what I mean? I'm not going to look at you and be like, well, there's what I should be doing.
Yeah, totally.
She's doing great. She's so happy. She's engaged. She loves her community. She has so many close friends. She makes, she has an incredible 5-year plan. You don't have a 5-minute plan.
Yeah, 5 minute. Yeah. All right.
Well,
let's do a show. Thank you. Marcella got them for me. So pretty.
Well, listen, I guess I can't recommend anything other than, what will heal the world?
Yeah,
watching
laughter.
Trixie Motel on Discovery Plus. Yeah. I will say, renovation, I know we have to go change, but let's be honest, I'm on Discovery, TLC, like at That World, HGTV. It's mostly probably conservative viewership.
Sure.
And renovation is probably the last heterosexual frontier of television. Think about it. Renovation is usually about a man and a woman.
Yep.
Children. We're expanding our family. We're moving.
The great American dream.
It's about family.
Home
and
ownership.
So doing renovation and not having it be about kids, family, being straight.
Just about being fabulous.
It's just about
being gorgeous.
Being fabulous and making money.
Yeah.
And she should say it. Yeah. And she should say it.
Let's have that conversation.
Well,
it's funny to watch you in the trailer, the clips where you're just like dying over a hot pink bathtub. It's fantastic.
I couldn't handle that bathtub.
I was like, is she upset?
I almost cried.
I was like, is she hate it? Does she love it? What's
I almost
going on?
cried. I almost cried. The pink bathtub. I thought I was going to cry.
Oh my God. I was like, she's not a good actor. I was like, that's real.
No, but what I excel at is reacting how I really feel.
Yeah, no,
people
I know.
On Queen
that
of the
was
Universe,
authentic.
They're like, are you really? I'm like, the people are singing. I'm
no
like,
choice. Yeah, no choice.
I just feel what I feel.
Listen,
I didn't get into this industry to stifle myself.
Thank you. Dead ass.
I'm horny. And I'm allowed to be horny. You know?
Dead ass. No, literally, I have a dead ass.
I have a dead ass. Oh, did the camera die? Oh, okay, bye.
Oh, bye.